After back-to-back disappointing losses to the Rebs and the Pokes, the Rams came into Moby on Friday night with a point to prove and a vengeance to be had in what was this year's Orange Out matchup. Facing off against the San Diego State Aztecs, a team that handed them their first L of the season back in early January. After their recent slide down the Mountain West rankings, a win on Friday was crucial for the CSU program. And that's exactly what they did, taking care of business against their West Coast rivals in a close one, 58-57. As the score suggests, this one came down to the wire, with the best action occurring in the last 30 seconds of the game. CSU held a strong 23-18 advantage over the Aztecs at the half, putting them in a great position to close things out and assert their will heading into the second. And once again, they came through with just that, putting in a strong start to the second to score 24 points in the first 10 minutes, which put them up 19 against SDSU as the final stretch of the matchup took center stage. But unlike many times this season, the Rams couldn't put the visitors away, and it all started to unravel from there. From that 10-minute mark on, the Aztecs went on to score 31 points to close the massive gap, including an 8-0 run with 2 minutes left to cut things within 2, thanks to several turnovers from the home squad. And with things so tight at the end, you just have to see what happened to believe it. Let's take a deeper look at that final sequence in front of what was a sellout crowd in Moby. So as you can see here, we got Isaiah Stevens. He passes it to Roddy, calls over Tanjay. Tanjay goes up but gets blocked by SDSU. Roddy tries to tip it back in but doesn't make it. Now it's an SDSU ball. They're getting down the court. They have about 30 seconds. It's now a one-possession game. Remember, CSU was up by 20 at one point. Butler gives it to Bradley, and if SDSU wants anyone, they want Bradley. He goes up, misses it. SDSU keeps the possession, hands it off to Lamont Butler, who sinks it in for 3 to give SDSU their first lead of the game with only 13 seconds left on the clock. Stevens comes down, does the back pass to Roddy, makes the jumper for 2, gives CSU the lead once again, but we're not done yet. There's still 6 seconds left on the clock. There's still enough time for SDSU to come down and get a shot off. Butler tries there, hits the glass. James Morse with the block. The Rams win 58-57. Everyone storms the court. Wow. I was there on the court when it happened, but that sequence of events still has me speechless. How did the green and gold almost lose that one? Especially with how well they controlled the pace and led for all but 5 seconds throughout the night. But in any event, they took home the dub, and that's all that matters. Here's what the hero for CSU, David Roddy, had to say about the crucial block from teammate James Morse in the final seconds.
A little bit, initially I couldn't see James in my periphery, so it was just, number 4 and Bradley. So I was like, I need somebody else to come over. So James stepped up, and it was a huge wall up, and we got the rebound and we won the game. So it was a great execution on defense.
And sure, while many San Diego fans are complaining about that final call, or really no call, maybe it was the lack of shooting and high number of turnovers that really cost the Aztecs this game. Not a single play where James Morse made an amazing, and I feel like clean block to save the Rams in the end. The Aztecs didn't even really deserve to be in that position, so I don't even want to hear it. Further illustrating this point is the stat sheet, which shows how terrible the road squad was on this offense in this one, with SDSU only going 19 for 63 on field goals for an embarrassing 30.2 overall field goal percentage. The Rams, on the other hand, while they were still far from perfect on the offensive side, shot substantially better than the Aztecs with a 40.8 mark from the field. When you put this in combination with the nearly 20-point lead CSU held before squandering it away and about the worst case scenario for them inbounding the ball imaginable, it's clear to see that the better team won on Friday. And moving on to the individual accolades, while it was a bit of an off night for Isaiah Stevens, to say the least, with only 4 points on 1 of 8 shooting, the Rams once again can thank their depth for showing up and helping them grind out this victory. David Roddy led the team in points, rebounds, and assists, like the superstar he is, with 22, 9 and 4. While fellow classmate John Tanjay, who got his second start of the season, also had a productive night, scoring 16 points and going 3 for 4 from behind the arc. And redshirt sophomore James Morse also had a solid outing, coming off the bench to score 10 and secure 8 rebounds, and of course make that crucial block on Mac Bradley to secure the win for CSU. Now, even with the W, the Rams are always looking to improve some of their numbers and will surely look to finish things out stronger next time. But overall, no matter how it got done, this was a much-needed win for this program. putting them in a solid place heading into this week's slate, which includes a rematch against Nevada tomorrow in Reno, before shifting things back to Moby for a battle against Fresno State on Friday. And sure, while these aren't cakewalks by any means, they're both definitely winnable games. So let's hope this squad keeps it up and starts to build another win streak.